Hey YouTube, Along with Post 1975, just a quick little video, got a couple of packages and I owe someone a big apology. Now here's the thing, I lost my other hat. I don't know where my Jordan hat is, and if you think I'm wearing this after the travesty that was yesterday, no chance. Although, interestingly, on a quick side note, the number of people who came up to me at work last night and just said, your team is a disgrace and you should be ashamed of yourself. Leaving Liverpool. Well, they are my team and I do support them, but I should be ashamed of myself. I didn't realise that I was directly responsible for the way they acted on a pitch, but hey, apparently you learn something every day. Anyway, I want to talk about this. Came out about a week ago over here, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. Metal Gear Solid 1 is my favourite game of all time on the PlayStation 1. Now, I still have a Japanese PlayStation 1 knocking around in this house somewhere, and a Japanese copy of the game, which I did actually manage to beat in Japanese, which is quite impressive because we're talking, you know, pre-sort of internet solution sites. But the one I still play is, it's over there somewhere, the GameCube version, you know. It borrows the Metal Gear Solid 2 game engine from the PlayStation, and it's not as good as the original because they kind of changed some of the dialogue and mixed things up, but man, it's all very good, solid. See what I did there? Fun game. Now, no, actually that's not true. I liked Metal Gear Solid 2. It was the reason I bought a PlayStation 2. But I remember at the time I was kind of very, very disappointed in it. Thinking, you know, it opened amazingly, the tanker, you know, in Manhattan. I just thought that was fantastic. And then when it sinks, finally you come into the next scene and you're Raiden. And at the time I was so disappointed. I was just like, what? This kid looks like someone from a hair band in the 80s. And is he wearing makeup? I was so disappointed, but 10 years ago, a little older, a little wiser, look upon it now, because I'm about 3/4 of the way through this game and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, way more enjoying it than I did back in the day. And it's just, I kind of get what Hideo did. He's always been the master storyteller. And it's just, it was kind of like a different perspective on Snake. You know, when they changed characters, and I think it was brilliant. And also, at the end of the day, you don't play that differently as Raiden, right? You're a little bit more pussified. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but playing it now, I kind of get it a little bit more, and yeah, awesome. The other thing I would say that I'm really, really enjoying about this game, now I know they kind of upscaled it to 1080, but have they tweaked the original game engine? If anyone knows, please leave a comment, because right, it's not as good looking as some 360 games, but I think this game is still very, very impressive looking. In fact, the giveaway that I find a game to be impressive graphically is when you get boxed into a corner and the camera comes properly into your face. I won't necessarily move, I'll just check out the detail on the character. And yeah, I think this game looks amazing. So, Metal Gear Solid 2, I owe you an apology. I am definitely more appreciative and enjoying you more from a player's point of view and a storytelling point of view now than I did 10, 11 years ago. The next game on there is Metal Gear Solid 3. Now, confession, I did own it back in the day. I played it for like an hour or so and gave up. I'm going to sound like an environment whore. I didn't like the massive sort of, well, not saying massive, but I didn't like the environment they set it in, you know, initially, like the forest and stuff. And I certainly didn't like the whole fact that Snake had to eat. Although talking to my mate Scented Magnus on Skype a while back, he kind of talked about, you know, no dude, get over that. It's not as heavily reliant on that mechanic as you think it is. It's an amazing game. So I'm totally, once I beat 2, I'm totally going to check it out. Although one thing, even though I never properly played it back in the day, I did really like about 3 is the whole, it's set in the 60s and your big boss, who was the guy that Liquid Snake and Solid Snake were obviously, you know, cloned off his DNA. So you're like the original Snake, and obviously Big Boss is the original bad guy in the original MSX game and the original NES game. So I do kind of like that whole, only Hideo would do this, you know, like fleshing out the story, you know, that like this whole chunk back in the past before, you know, when Big Boss started becoming more idealistic and before he went batshit crazy and became the bad guy of the original game. So I do really, really like that. That's great storytelling. Now, I've never played Peace Walker, the PSP game. I have played the other 2 ones, not the 2 dodgy turn-based card games, because what was the point of that? The other 2, but one of them was basically a single-player game that was kind of squad-based. You had to kind of take enemies and put them on your team. And then the one after that was kind of the same thing, but it was just online. And I never really liked that, because to me Metal Gear should not be squad based. It's just too far removed from what makes Snake cool. However, I have heard really good things about Peace Walker, so I kind of cheated. I kind of have a little look at the game, and upscaled or not, I didn't know what to expect for a PSP. I know the PSP was massively impressive. Oh my god, it looks amazing. It looks absolutely fantastic. Like, really, I was really impressed, blown away. I don't know if I was thinking it was going to look rubbish. It looks amazing. And I totally like the whole, how they've kept from the other two games that I didn't like, this whole kind of semi-graphic novel, kind of hand-drawn, sketchy, cartoon-esque quality while jumping into other cutscenes. That was brilliant. So, yeah. Metal Gear Solid 2, I owe you an apology. Definitely enjoying that. 3, gonna try for sure. And complete UN Peace Walker as well. So yeah, I can't speak highly enough of this. Right now I'm having so much fun. Isn't it weird how your age changes your perspective on games? Now, a couple of packages. First package. 10 games I haven't played. One of them was Perfect Dark. I had to stop and think about my own video. Now, an awesome YouTuber called Mad Wobber, great YouTuber. He's very much into community. The number of packages I've seen this guy sent people out, the sheer kindness of his heart is incredible. He's got an amazing channel. Go and check it out. Link in the doohickey down below. He's a Star Wars collector, both vintage and new school, and he does these awesome displays. Plus, in real life, he's a firefighter. So anyone who would put his life on the line for people he's never met in the public is a solid gold geezer in my books and deserves much respect. Anyway, he sent me a PM saying that he had a copy of Perfect Dark and he wanted to send it to me, and it arrived, and he sent me this awesome note. He says, "Hey David, I hope it made it okay. If you like retro games, you should like this one. Glad I could help you out. Enjoy. Greg." So he sent me a copy of Perfect Dark, and here it is. Win! Now, you're probably saying, we've never seen you talk about or show us an N64. That's because I don't own one. There is one in this house, it's just not mine. But the person who owns it doesn't watch this channel. So while I would never claim it, I'm totally going to play it. Couldn't play it until now because I never had any games for it. And I've always wanted to play this. It is one of those games that I was kind of a little bit disappointed that I passed over the chance to play it back in the day. Now, yes, it is NTSC, I know that. But this thing, this particular N64, that ain't a problem. Now, the other package I got is from an awesome YouTuber called Shen Muso. Also, link in the doohickey down below. Definitely go and check out his channel as well. I gave him a shout out at my 1000 sub special. Awesome guy. Perfect example of someone who's got a great personality, funny, and very entertaining and epic pickups. Now, he got a haul the other day, and this came as part of that haul, but he didn't want it. And he said, anyone wants it, they can have it. Just pay postage. Well, he sent it to me, and he waived postage as well. What a nice guy. It's a copy of Turbo Racing on the NES. Now, I'm not religiously collecting for my NES, but obviously I just like and he mentioned this in one of his videos, the fact that when you get old games you can kind of enjoy them because you put yourself in the mindset of when the game came out. And obviously, as I have an NES now, I'm not going to go batshit crazy for collecting for it, but I'm going to pick up some games so I can play it and kind of enjoy nostalgia. So thank you so much, Ben, for this. You're a solid gold ninja. That's awesome. So, guys, seriously, first of all, win-win. He says, having not played the second two games, but I'm having so much fun with Metal Gear Solid 2 right now. I definitely, what was I thinking 10 years ago? And please go and check out these channels. As I said, I'll link them in the doohickey down below. They're both awesome channels, and they're both great members of the community. And please check them out just for me, because you won't be disappointed. You'll love them, I guarantee it. Oh, one final pickup. It's not really video game related, but I've had so many people leave comments about this. I think Oricons1 thought it was a cat. It's my plushie Chewbacca. I think there's a Yoda plushie over there somewhere. I think he fell off the bed head onto the bed, so Jedi Master my ass. But yeah, it does something really cool. This thing was like reduced to £4 and I had to pick it up because check it out. My favourite of the week one. How epic is that? Anyway, thank you for watching. Please check out those guys. I'll see you later.